First things first, you want to prime your eyelids. I'm using the MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot, and I'm applying that all over my lids. Then I go in with this Kat Von D Shade and Light eye palette, and I do take the lightest shade. I didn't know they had names under, like in the back, but I do take that when I apply that all over the lid. Then I take this Morphe eyeshadow. It's like a burnt orange. Also, I use the Sigma E40 brush. I believe that's the number. I'll list it down below for you guys, but it's one of my favorite brushes, especially if I want to just use a big fluffy brush to diffuse the shade. So I take the Morphe eyeshadow brush, and I do use a burnt orange for a lot of my makeup looks, because I don't know, it's just a really nice transition shade. So I do apply heavily with this, like I do pack it on, that's what I mean to say. And I don't pack it on to the point like it's super bold orange, but just enough because the blending brush doesn't pick up the eyeshadow as much. To give my eyeshadows a little bit more color, like a brown color, I take this Morphe eyeshadow. I really suck at naming the colors and everything, but I'll list everything on the screen. So I do take this brown shade and this Morphe brush. I'll list that down below as well. It's like a really nice big fluffy brush, but it's pretty long though and tapered, so that's what I like about it. And I do apply that into the crease as well, but I don't apply heavily with that because I still want the orange to seep through. I do take my time when it comes to blending, because blending is so key. Like, you don't understand how much your makeup will look so much better when you blend all your shadows out, and it is time consuming, but you'll get through it. Now I go back to the Kat Von D palette, and I take this shade that I just pointed out, and I do apply that into my outer crease corner. And I focus it just on the outer corner because I want to give like my crease area a little bit of depth, and then I just go back and forth by blending into the crease, and I blend that dark shade. I do take this cream stick and I apply that onto the lid. I do want a base for my eyeshadow that I'm gonna be using, only because I want my eyeshadow to pop, and it is a dramatic fall makeup look, so cream sticks do help so much more. Like a cream base is what I'm trying to say, but they do come in a stick form as well. And I'm gonna go in with ColourPop's eyeshadow in Hammered, and I do wet my brush and I apply the eyeshadow all over the eyelid. And I do be careful because I don't want my eyeshadow to pass through the crease area, so I do go as far like where the eyelid is at, and then I blend it in with a clean brush, and then I blend in the other shades with one of my Morphe brushes. I go in with my NARS Creamy Concealer to clean up the edges of my eyeshadow, and then I use this gel liner. It's a creamy gel liner from Inglot. It's the number 77. It's super black, so creamy. And then I also use the Morphe brush. I believe it's B70. I'll link it down below. And it's a really good affordable brush. I love using, it's a double ended by the way, but I love using this brush to do my eyeliners. And I also clean up with this little BH Cosmetic brush. I apply some mascara from CoverGirl, and I do apply false lashes. I apply the eyeshadow Hammered underneath my eyes, and I also use some of the shadows from the Kat Von D palette. And I do blend that out with a pencil brush. I do contour my nose with a bronzer that's a little bit darker, and then I also contour my face as well. I do use a bronzer from BH Cosmetics. It's the Bombshell bronzer. I make sure I blend out everything, and everything just looks cohesive and put together and blend together. I go in with this Makeup Revolution Ultra Blush palette, and I do pick out the shades and I blend that into my cheekbones. And I also take MAC Soft and Gentle highlight, and I do apply that onto basically all over my face. I spray my face with Fix Plus, and I forgot to apply some mascara for my lower bottom lash line. And yeah, so I'm pretty much done with the face. Now onto the lips. Okay, so now for the lips, I did use a lip liner by Nabi, and it's in the shade Coffee. It's leaning towards my lip but better kind of shade, and I did want a base for my lipstick. And then I used the Melt Cosmetics lipsticks. It's one of their new collections. I did use the shade Nude, and I applied that all over the lips, and I blended out because it was a little bit too harsh or strong on my lips, so I needed to blend that out. And then I wanted to top it off with a lip gloss by NYX, and I did use the shade in Eclair. That is it for the look. This is my dramatic fall makeup look. If you want to see more looks using this palette, then let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you in my next video.